All right, so we're deep diving into marketing and sales today.
Sounds fun.
And we're going beyond those simple definitions, like what is marketing, what is sales.
Right.
We've got some excerpts from Introduction to Marketing and Sales, a customer-centric approach.
Okay.
And I think we really want to look at this through a customer-centric lens, right? I think that's the most interesting way to look at it nowadays.
It's definitely the way things are moving.
So the source does lay out some pretty standard definitions. Like marketing is creating, communicating, and delivering value to customers
Right.
while managing customer relationships. And sales is directly persuading customers to purchase.
Okay. Yeah.
So like pretty standard textbook definitions.
Yeah. I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Right, of course.
But it's how these play out in a customer-centric world that gets really interesting.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like when it's not just about pushing a product.
Right.
It's about crafting an experience,
Yeah.
Like you think about it, everyone has that brand they just love.
Totally.
How do you think those companies make you feel so connected?
Right.
That's marketing, right? That's marketing working its magic.
I think so, yeah.
Like it's those subtle cues,
Yeah.
the consistent messaging, the way they just seem to anticipate your needs.
Right. Like they get you,
Exactly.
makes you feel good.
It's all part of a well-executed marketing strategy.
Boy.
One that puts the customer like right at the center.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's that moment, right, when you're actually ready to buy something.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a salesperson helped you decide, answered your questions.
Sure.
Or like made you feel confident in your purchase.
Right.
That's sales doing what it does best.
Okay.
But even in sales, things are changing.
Yeah.
This customer-centric approach, it's changing the game.
In what way?
Well, it's less about that hard sell now.
Right.
It's more about understanding the customer's needs, building a relationship, offering a solution that truly fits.
I see.
Like becoming a trusted advisor.
Interesting.
Not just a transactional, pusher.
Okay, yeah.
Big difference.
So the source gives us this table, right?
Yeah.
Highlighting the differences between marketing and sales. But it seems like this customer-centric approach, it's kind of blurring the lines a bit.
It is, it is.
I mean, if they're both focused on the customer,
Right.
shouldn't they be working more closely together?
You're totally right. Like, that's the key takeaway here.
Okay.
The source emphasizes these distinct focuses.
Uh-huh.
Marketing's on that long-term strategy, building brand image.
Mm-hmm.
Sales on that immediate revenue generation.
Right, right.
But in reality,
Yeah.
they need to work together.
Okay.
Like a well-oiled machine,
Yeah.
Not separate departments.
Not in silos.
Right, exactly.
So let's break down this table from the source a bit.
Okay.
But with that integration in mind,
Yeah, good idea.
one big difference is focus.
Yeah.
Right. So marketing, they're thinking big picture, long-term relationships.
Yep.
While sales are like laser focused on closing deals.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But even those short-term sales interactions, they should contribute to the long-term goals.
Okay.
Like every interaction, whether it's online or face-to-face, it's a chance to build that brand loyalty
Right.
that marketing is working so hard to cultivate.
Makes sense.
It all ties together.
And then what about goals?
Yeah.
Marketing wants to build that brand awareness, generate leads, maybe boost that customer lifetime value.
Right, right.
Whereas it seems like sales are all about hitting those quarterly targets.
That's true, yeah. But
Right.
hitting those targets in a sustainable way, that means you got to understand the customer journey.
Okay.
Like marketing is mapping that out,
Right.
So how did that customer find you?
Yeah.
What are their pain points? What content resonated with them? Sales can use all those insights
Right.
to personalize their approach
Right.
and close deals that benefit both the company and the customer.
So it's a win-win.
Yeah, exactly.
So even though their approaches are different,
Yeah.
marketing being more strategic and indirect, sales more tactical and direct,
Right.
they're both working towards that customer-centric goal.
Precisely.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Marketing might be crafting those compelling social media campaigns or targeted content, drawing in those potential customers.
Right.
And then sales, they take those qualified leads, those
Right.
individuals that have shown real interest, right?
Yeah.
And they guide them through that decision-making process.
So it's a handoff, not a silo.
Exactly. It's a handoff.
Okay, I like that.
Not a silo.
And then the metrics they use to measure success are different too.
Right. Yeah.
Marketing might track brand awareness or customer engagement, but sales It's all about those hard numbers,
It is.
like conversion rates,
Yeah.
deal sizes, revenue generated.
That's right.
Yeah.
But those metrics, they should be connected too.
Hey.
Like, if marketing is doing its job, those leads, they should be more qualified,
Right.
leading to higher conversion rates for sales.
Makes sense.
And satisfied, loyal customers, they contribute to long-term revenue growth.
Okay.
That's what everyone's after, right?
Of course.
So it all ties back.
And of course, there's that difference in time frame.
Yeah.
Marketing is playing the long game,
Uh-huh.
nurturing relationships over time.
Right.
But sales are focused on closing those deals today now.
Yes. Got to hit those targets.
But if sales are truly customer-centric,
Mm-hmm.
those closed deals,
Yeah.
they should be the start of a long and fruitful relationship, right?
Absolutely.
And not just a one-time transaction.
No, you want that repeat business.
Okay.
That's where the magic of a customer-centric approach comes in.
I see.
It's not about those quick wins.
Uh-huh.
It's about creating the sustainable ecosystem where marketing and sales, they work in harmony
Right.
to attract, convert, and retain those delighted customers.
So even though our source is highlighting all these distinctions between marketing and sales,
Yeah,
it seems like the real takeaway is that they're two sides of the same coin.
they are.
And that coin is the customer.
Exactly. Like understanding the customer journey, anticipating their needs, building those relationships.
Right.
That's the foundation for success in today's business world.
Now that we've kind of established how those differences can actually work together, I want to dive a little deeper into how each function specifically adapts to a customer-centric world.
All right, let's do it.
So let's start with marketing.
Okay.
They're kind of the architects, right?
They are. Yeah, you could say that.
Building that foundation.
Yeah.
They're using data and insights
Right.
to craft experiences that resonate with the customer.
Exactly.
So it's much more nuanced now than just blasting out a message and hoping for the best.
Yeah, it's much more targeted.
That's where things like buyer personas come in.
Yes, exactly.
You're not just targeting a generic audience anymore.
Nope.
You're creating these detailed profiles of your ideal customers.
Like, what are their demographics, their interests?
Right, their pain points.
Their aspirations.
Aspirations, yeah.
Marketing uses all that information
Okay.
to create these highly targeted campaigns
Right.
and deliver personalized messages
Mm-hmm.
that speak directly to those needs.
So it's all about personalization.
It really is.
And that personalization, it can get really sophisticated.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, think about those targeted ads you see online
I know, right?
based on your browsing history
Yeah.
or those product recommendations that seem to know exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little creepy.
Sometimes it feels like they're reading my mind.
Well, in a way they are,
Right.
but it's not magic.
Okay.
It's data-driven marketing.
I see.
And when it's done right, it can feel less like an invasion of privacy
Okay.
and more like a helpful service.
Yeah.
Like they're actually trying to provide value.
Right. Not just pushing products.
Exactly.
But isn't there a risk of, like, overdoing it?
Yeah, there is.
I mean, I've definitely had those moments where I felt a little creeped out
Yeah, I know what you mean.
by how much a company seemed to know about me.
Right.
Like, where's the line between helpful personalization and just plain creepy?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it's something that marketers are constantly grappling with.
Okay.
It's about finding that balance, between leveraging data to provide a personalized experience
Right.
and respecting customer privacy.
Yeah.
Transparency is key here.
Yeah.
Like, customers need to understand how their data is being used and have control over their preferences.
Right.
Otherwise, it is just creepy.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody wants that.
So it sounds like customer-centric marketing. It's as much about building trust as it is about delivering personalized experiences.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Trust is the foundation of any successful relationship.
Right.
And that's especially true online, where consumers are just bombarded with messages.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming.
And they have more choices than ever before.
It's true.
So building trust
Okay.
that requires transparency, authenticity, and a genuine commitment to the customer's best interests.
So if marketing is the architect building that foundation of trust and understanding, what about sales? Where do they fit into this customer-centric world?
Now that's where things get really interesting.
Okay, why?
Because in a customer-centric model, sales, it's not just about closing deals anymore.
Right.
It's about building relationships.
Right.
Like, they're the ones on the front lines, right?
Yeah.
Interacting directly with customers,
Yeah.
understanding their needs, and
Yeah.
offering those tailored solutions.
Okay, so it's almost like they're becoming consultants.
Yes. Like consult.
helping customers navigate those complex decisions
Right.
and find the best possible solution, even if it means recommending a competitor's product.
Exactly.
Wow, okay.
That's a key point.
All right.
In a customer-centric model, sales are not about pushing a product.
Okay.
It's about providing value,
Right.
being a trusted advisor, someone who truly understands the customer's needs and can help them achieve their goals.
Okay.
It's a big shift.
But that requires a completely different skill set, right?
Because
It's not just about being persuasive or having product knowledge.
no, not anymore.
It's about being a good listener,
Yeah,
a problem solver, a relationship builder.
that's right.
And it requires a shift in mindset too, right?
Absolutely.
Salespeople need to see themselves as partners,
Partner.
not adversaries.
Exactly.
They need to be willing to put the customer's needs first, even if it means sacrificing a short-term sale
Right.
for a long-term relationship.
Yeah, it's about playing the long game.
This is fascinating.
It is, isn't it?
It seems like the lines between marketing and sales are becoming increasingly blurred.
They are, especially in this customer-centric world.
Right.
Like everything's kind of blending together.
But I'm still curious about how they actually work together effectively.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, they are part of the same team, right?
Absolutely, they are.
Okay.
And that's where we'll pick up in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll explore the key strategies for integrating marketing and sales,
Right.
creating that seamless customer experience that benefits both the company and the customer.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be good.
So we've established that in a customer-centric world, marketing and sales need to function more like partners than separate departments.
Yeah, definitely more collaborative.
I'm really curious to dig into the how of it all.
Okay.
How do we actually make this integration happen?
That's the big question, right? It's something companies are constantly trying to figure out.
Yeah.
But there are some key strategies that can make a difference.
Okay, let's hear it.
It really starts with a fundamental shift in mindset.
Okay. Mindset. I like it.
Yeah, you got to get everyone thinking the right way.
So we've got these two departments. Maybe they've been operating in silos for years.
Right. Very common.
How do we break down those walls
Yeah.
and get them working together towards that shared goal of customer satisfaction?
Well, first and foremost, you need buy-in from the top.
Okay, top-down approach.
Yeah, leadership needs to champion this customer-centric approach
Right.
and make it clear that collaboration is not optional.
It's a must.
It's essential.
So it's not enough to just say, hey, marketing and sales, you guys need to play nice now.
No, definitely not.
There needs to be a real cultural shift.
Absolutely. A cultural shift within the entire organization.
Okay.
And that means fostering a culture of open communication,
Right.
transparency,
Okay.
and shared goals.
Shared goals. I like that.
Yeah, it's about breaking down those departmental silos and encouraging cross-functional collaboration.
One thing that comes to mind is those CRM systems,
CRM, yes.
customer relationship management tools.
Right.
It seems like those could be a powerful tool
They are.
for getting everyone on the same page, literally.
You're absolutely right. A well-implemented CRM system can be a game changer.
Okay, good to know.
It allows marketing and sales to share data, track customer interactions,
Right.
and get a holistic view of the customer journey.
So marketing can see how their campaigns are translating into leads.
Exactly.
And sales can get valuable insights into the customer's history and preferences.
Yes, it's like having a single source of truth for everything customer related.
I like that, a single source of truth.
It brings everyone together.
And that shared understanding can really foster a sense of teamwork
It does. It really does.
and collaboration.
It breaks down those us versus them mentality that can sometimes arise between departments.
We don't want that.
No, we want everyone working together.
But technology alone isn't enough, is it?
It's not.
You still need those human interactions.
Right, those face-to-face conversations, those brainstorming sessions.
Yeah.
Where ideas can flow freely.
You hit the nail on the head.
You need both, the tech and the human touch.
So it's about creating opportunities for regular communication
Yes, definitely.
and collaboration between marketing and sales.
Right, regular communication is key.
This could involve joint meetings,
Joint meetings are great.
cross-departmental training,
Yeah, training is important too.
or even collaborative projects.
Right, where teams work together towards a common goal.
I've even heard of companies creating SWAT teams,
SWAT teams, interesting.
composed of both marketing and sales professionals,
Okay.
to tackle specific customer-centric initiatives.
That's a great example of how companies are getting creative with this integration.
It's like a task force.
Yeah, a task force focused on the customer.
So the key is to find what works best.
Exactly. Find what works best for your organization.
For your specific goals.
Yeah, and your culture.
But the underlying principle is the same.
It is.
Breaking down those silos.
Breaking down silos.
Fostering a spirit of collaboration.
Collaboration is key.
And all of this leads to a more seamless customer experience, right?
It does. It really does.
Because when marketing and sales are in sync,
Mm-hmm.
the customer doesn't see those departmental boundaries.
They don't. They shouldn't.
They just see a company that understands their needs.
Right.
And provides a consistent,
messaging, consistent experience.
personalized experience.
Yes, personalized is key.
Precisely.
Think about it. A customer interacts with your website,
Okay.
downloads a white paper, then receives a follow-up email from sales
Okay.
that's perfectly aligned with their interests.
Right.
That's the power of integrated marketing and sales.
It's like a well-choreographed dance.
It is. It is.
Where each step flows seamlessly into the next.
Exactly.
The customer feels understood,
Understood.
valued, and ultimately delighted.
Delighted customers, that's what we want.
And delighted customers are loyal customers.
They are. They come back for more.
They tell their friends about your brand.
Free advertising.
They become advocates for your products or services.
It's the best kind of marketing.
So it seems like this customer-centric approach isn't just about making customers happy.
It's not. No.
It's also about driving business results.
Absolutely. It goes hand in hand.
When you prioritize the customer experience, everything else falls into place.
It really does.
You get increased customer loyalty,
Yep.
higher retention rates, improved brand reputation,
Right.
and ultimately greater profitability.
All the good stuff.
It's like a virtuous cycle.
It is a virtuous cycle.
Happy customers lead to a stronger business,
Right.
which in turn allows you to invest more
More in the customer
in
experience.
creating even better customer experiences.
Exactly.
And it all starts with that fundamental shift in mindset.
Mindset is everything.
From thinking about departments. Yeah. To thinking about the customer journey.
The customer journey, that's the key.
Okay, so we've talked about the mindset shift, the importance of communication and collaboration,
Right.
and the role of technology in facilitating this integration.
Yep. We've covered a lot.
But I'm still curious about the nitty-gritty details.
Okay.
What are some practical strategies
Yeah, let's get practical.
that companies can implement to make this integration work?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And there's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Okay.
It depends on the specific needs and goals of the organization.
Right, of course.
But I can give you a few ideas to get started.
Okay, let's hear them.
One powerful strategy is to create shared goals.
Okay, shared goals.
Yeah, and KPIs.
KPIs.
Key performance indicators.
Right.
That align marketing and sales around those customer-centric objectives.
Okay, so instead of marketing focusing solely on lead generation and sales focusing solely on closing deals,
Right.
they're both working towards a shared goal
A shared goal. Exactly.
of, say, increasing customer lifetime value
That's a good one.
or improving customer satisfaction scores.
Yeah, those are good examples.
Okay.
And those shared KPIs, they need to be measurable
Right, got to be able to track it.
and trackable.
Of course.
That way you can see how well the teams are working together
Okay.
and identify areas for improvement.
So you can measure progress, see what's working, what's not.
Exactly, data-driven decision-making.
And those KPIs can be tracked in that CRM system we talked about earlier, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So everyone has visibility into the progress being made.
Transparency is key.
Okay, Alec.
The CRM becomes a central hub for tracking customer interactions, monitoring progress towards those shared goals,
Right.
and identifying opportunities for collaboration.
Another strategy that comes to mind is regular communication
Yes, communication is so important.
and feedback loops between the teams.
It's got to be a two-way street.
I imagine this could involve things like joint meetings,
Joint meetings are great.
shared dashboards,
Yeah, dashboards are helpful for visualization.
or even just informal conversations.
Right, those water cooler moments.
That ideas can be exchanged.
You need those informal channels, too.
You're absolutely right.
Communication is key.
And it needs to be multi-directional.
Yes, it does.
Sales should provide feedback to marketing
Tell them what's working on the ground.
about what's working and what's not,
Right.
what customers are saying,
What are the pain points?
what pain points they're experiencing.
That direct feedback from customers is invaluable.
And marketing can share their insights into customer behavior.
Yeah, like emerging trends,
Emerging trends.
new strategies for reaching the target audience.
Okay, so it's a constant exchange of information
Exactly, a continuous loop of information and feedback.
where both teams are learning from each other.
and adapting their strategies accordingly.
And this feedback loop can be facilitated by technology too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Technology can play a big role here.
There are all sorts of marketing automation tools
Marketing automation is a game changer.
that can track customer interactions, personalize messaging,
Right.
and even trigger automated follow-up sequences.
Yeah, based on specific behaviors.
So if someone abandons their cart,
You can send them a reminder email
you could send them a reminder email.
or offer them a discount
Right.
to incentivize them to complete the purchase.
That's pretty good.
It's all about making the customer experience as smooth and personalized as possible.
So marketing automation can be a powerful tool for streamlining processes,
Absolutely. It takes a lot of the manual work out of it
personalizing the customer journey.
and frees up time for both marketing and sales
Okay.
to focus on those higher level strategic initiatives.
So it's not just about the technology.
No.
It's about the people too.
Right. It's about building relationships,
Fostering trust.
creating a culture where collaboration is valued and rewarded.
Couldn't agree more.
At the end of the day, it's the people who make this integration happen,
Right. It's about empowering individuals to work together
to share their expertise.
and to champion that customer-centric approach throughout the organization.
It's a team effort.
It sounds like we're talking about a pretty significant shift
It is. It's a big shift for a lot of companies.
in the way many companies operate.
The way they think, the way they work.
And I'm curious, what are some of the biggest challenges that organizations face
Yeah, there are definitely challenges.
when trying to implement this customer-centric integration?
One of the biggest is simply resistance to change.
Resistance to change, that's understandable.
People get comfortable with the way things are.
Right there in their routines.
And it can be difficult to break out of those established patterns
Yeah.
and embrace new ways of working.
Especially if those new ways of working require people to step outside their comfort zones,
Exactly.
to learn new skills,
Right.
to collaborate with colleagues they may not have interacted with much before.
It can be daunting.
Yeah, it can be a big adjustment.
And there can also be a sense of turf wars.
Turf wars, oh no.
Yeah, or departmental silos. Okay. Where teams are protective of their own responsibilities
Right.
and reluctant to share information or collaborate with others.
It's like that old saying, knowledge is power.
It is.
And sometimes people are hesitant to give up that perceived power.
But in a customer-centric world, knowledge is most powerful when it's shared.
Okay, I like that.
Because when teams work together and leverage each other's strengths,
Right.
they can create something truly remarkable for the customer.
Another challenge I've heard about is the lack of clear ownership
Yeah, that's a common one.
or accountability for the customer experience.
Right.
If everyone is responsible, then no one is responsible.
That's a valid point. You need someone to own it.
It's important to have a clear vision and strategy for the customer experience.
Absolutely.
And someone needs to be ultimately accountable
Someone needs to be in charge.
for ensuring that vision is executed across the organization.
Right.
So whether it's a chief customer officer,
Okay.
a customer experience director, or a cross-functional team with a clear mandate.
Yeah, whatever structure works best.
Someone needs to be the champion for the customer within the company.
The voice of the customer.
And that champion needs to have the authority
And authority
and the resources
and the resources
to drive change
you break down barriers.
and to ensure that the customer's voice is heard at every level of the organization.
It's a big job, but it's important.
It seems like we've uncovered a lot of really valuable insights here.
I think so too.
But I'm wondering, what does this integration look like in the real world?
Good question.
Are there any companies out there that are doing this really well
There are some great examples.
that we can look to as examples?
Absolutely. Let's talk about a few.
Okay, I'd love to hear some real-world examples.
One company that comes to mind is Zappos.
Zappos, the online shoe retailer.
Yes, they're known for their exceptional customer service.
I've heard stories about their representatives going above and beyond to help customers.
I know, right? Like sending flowers to someone who is having a bad day.
Yeah, they really go the extra mile.
Zappos has built their entire brand around the customer experience.
Okay.
And they've done it by empowering their employees.
Right, giving them the freedom to make decisions.
To make decisions that put the customer first.
Okay.
By fostering a culture of transparency and authenticity.
And creating a seamless experience across all channels.
Online, phone, social media, it's all connected.
And it seems like that customer-centric approach has really paid off for them.
It has. They've built a loyal following of customers.
Right.
Who rave about their experiences and recommend them to their friends.
That word-of-mouth marketing is so powerful.
It's the best kind of marketing.
So their success is a testament to the power of putting the customer at the heart of everything you do.
It really is.
Another great example is Salesforce.
Salesforce, the cloud-based software company.
Yeah, they're a giant in the tech world.
They are a leader in CRM, actually.
And they're also known for their strong customer focus, aren't they?
They are. They walk the walk.
They've taken a very strategic approach to integrating marketing and sales.
They have a dedicated team focused on customer journey mapping.
Okay.
They use data and analytics to personalize the customer experience.
So they're really data-driven.
And they've invested heavily in tools and technologies that facilitate collaboration and communication between teams.
So they're not just talking the talk.
No, they're putting their money where their mouth is.
They're investing the resources and putting in the effort to make this integration a reality.
And it's paying off for them. Their customers love them.
So we've got Zappos, known for their exceptional customer service and empowering employees, and Salesforce, taking a strategic and data-driven approach to integration.
Two very different approaches, but both successful.
These are some pretty inspiring examples.
They are.
But what about for those of us who aren't running giant companies?
That's a good question.
Is this customer-centric integration still relevant for smaller businesses?
It is, absolutely.
Or even individuals?
Yes. In fact, I'd argue that it's even more important for smaller businesses and individuals.
Okay, why is that?
Because when you're starting out, you don't have the same resources as a large corporation.
Right, you got to be more resourceful.
You need to be scrappy, you need to be creative,
Make every dollar count.
and you need to make every customer interaction count.
So you're saying that smaller businesses can actually have an advantage here
I think they can, yeah.
because they're closer to their customers.
They are. They have that personal touch.
They can be more agile,
They can move quickly.
and they can adapt more quickly to changing needs and preferences.
They don't have all that bureaucracy to deal with.
Right, they can be more nimble.
Think about it. If you're a solopreneur or a small business owner, you probably wear a lot of hats.
You're doing everything,
You're doing the marketing, the sales, the customer service.
all of it.
So you have a unique opportunity to create a truly integrated customer experience.
Because you're involved in every aspect of the business.
Exactly. You see the whole picture.
And you don't have to deal with all the bureaucracy and red tape
Right. You can make decisions quickly.
that can sometimes slow down larger organizations.
It's a real advantage.
And with all the tools and technologies available today,
Oh, yeah. The technology is amazing.
even small businesses can leverage sophisticated marketing automation,
Marketing automation levels the playing field.
CRM systems, and data analytics
It's all accessible now.
to personalize the customer experience and build strong relationships.
It's never been easier for small businesses to compete with the big guys.
When it comes to creating amazing customer experiences,
Absolutely. The tools are there.
this has been incredibly insightful.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
We've covered a lot of ground here,
We have
from the mindset shift to practical strategies,
real-world examples
from real-world examples.
to the unique advantages for smaller businesses.
But I want to shift gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about the impact of all of this.
The so what?
Why should businesses even care about this customer-centric integration?
Right. What's the point?
What's the real bottom line benefit?
That's the million-dollar question.
So we've talked about all the how-tos for integrating marketing and sales for a customer-centric approach.
The nuts and bolts.
But now I kind of want to talk about the why.
Yeah. Why bother with all this?
What's the payoff for all this effort?
The big question.
Yeah, what's the real bottom line benefit?
Well, the benefits are substantial
Okay.
and can really impact a business's bottom line.
Like what?
Well, first and foremost, increased revenue.
Okay, that's what everyone wants to hear.
And profitability.
More money.
Yeah, basically.
But how does this integration actually lead to more money?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
When marketing and sales are working together seamlessly, they generate more qualified leads.
Okay.
People who are actually interested in what you're selling.
Right, not just any leads.
Exactly. And those qualified leads, they're much more likely to convert into paying customers.
So you're not wasting time and resources chasing after people who are never going to buy.
Ex-
You're focusing on those who have a genuine need
Right?
and are more likely to become loyal customers.
That's the goal.
Okay, makes sense.
And then there's customer retention.
Oh, right. Keeping those customers happy
It's much more cost-effective to keep existing customers happy
than to always be finding new ones.
and to constantly acquire new ones.
Right.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah. Totally.
Happy customers, they come back for more,
Right.
they spend more over time,
Uh-huh.
and they tell their friends about their positive experiences.
Word of mouth.
Exactly, word of mouth marketing.
Which is so valuable.
It's incredibly valuable, essentially free advertising.
From your best customers.
Your most enthusiastic customers.
Okay, so we've got increased revenue from better lead generation and higher conversion rates.
Mm-hmm.
We've got reduced costs from improved customer retention.
That's right.
But what about, are there any intangible benefits?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What about the impact on brand image and reputation?
That's huge. Huge. When customers feel valued and they have positive experiences, they're much more likely to view your brand favorably.
They'll tell their friends.
They'll leave positive reviews online.
Become advocates for your brand.
Exactly.
It's like building a brand that people genuinely trust.
And want to be associated with.
That kind of brand loyalty is priceless.
It really is.
And that strong brand reputation, that can give you a real competitive edge.
It can, absolutely.
It makes it easier to attract top talent.
Secure funding.
Form strategic partnerships.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
It's like that virtuous cycle again.
It is. It all comes back around.
Invest in the customer experience, which leads to a stronger brand, which in turn allows you to invest even more in creating even better experiences.
And it all starts with that shift in mindset.
Right, from departments to customer journey.
Exactly.
So this has been such an eye-opening deep dive into the world of marketing and sales.
I agree.
We've really uncovered the distinct roles of each function.
We have.
Explored their key differences. And highlighted the power of integrating them.
Within that customer-centric framework.
It's clear that in today's business world, understanding the interplay between marketing and sales,
it's so important.
and prioritizing the customer experience,
Absolutely.
it's essential for success.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So for everyone listening out there, whether you're a seasoned marketing professional,
the sales guru,
small business owner,
or just someone who wants to understand this customer-centric world a little bit better,
what's one key takeaway you can apply right now?
I'd say start by really listening to your customers.
Okay, listening.
What are their needs, their pain points?
What are they struggling with?
What are their
Where
aspirations?
do they want to go?
Once you understand those fundamental drivers,
Okay.
you can tailor your marketing and sales efforts to resonate with their desires.
So it's not about pushing products.
No, it's not.
It's about building relationships.
It's about creating experiences that delight customers.
Right, making them feel good.
And leave them feeling valued and understood.
And it's about recognizing that the customer journey
Doesn't end with the sale.
doesn't end with the sale, it keeps going.
It's about providing ongoing support.
Okay.
Fostering a sense of community.
Building a relationship that extends beyond that initial transaction.
Exactly. It's about creating customers for life.
Customers for life, that's a powerful concept.
It is.
And it's something that every business should strive for.
I agree, regardless of size or industry.
Because in the end, customer loyalty is the key to sustainable success.
It really is.
It's what drives repeat business, positive word-of-mouth referrals, and ultimately long-term growth.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So as we wrap up this deep dive
It has been fun.
into the world of marketing and sales,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with this final thought. Never underestimate the power of the customer,
They're the heart of your business
the reason you exist.
and the key to your future success.
Embrace their feedback, listen to their stories, and strive to create an experience that exceeds their expectations.
Because when you put the customer first,
Everything else falls into place.
it really does.
Thank you for joining us on this journey.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you've gained a deeper understanding of marketing and sales
And how they work together.
and how they work together in this customer-centric world.
It's an exciting time to be in business.
Until next time,
Keep exploring, keep learning.
keep pushing those boundaries in the world of business.
And remember, put the customer first.